Hello, hello everyone. It's Maddie with SpectrumArtCreations.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be working on the beautiful Memory Place Merry and Bright Quick Journal. Perfect. It's going to be perfect for recipes, shopping lists, maybe ideas and inspirations lists, kind of a thing. Of course, you can add photos. And I was thinking it'd be really nice. I love saving wrapping paper. So wouldn't that be a good idea to save swatches of your wrapping papers from this year in this beautiful journal as well? Now, I want to jump right in because I know it's a time of year when we're all super, super busy. I get it. And I do want to encourage everyone to participate. By the way, if you're watching this craft along, it doesn't matter whether you're a beginner, because beginners will be able to flow through this in under 2 hours. I'm not kidding. And of course, advanced folks can always add their own twists. Yes, we're going to be done in 2 hours. Full journal from beginning to end, pockets, interactive pages, origami elements, all of it in under 2 hours. So it's perfect again for this time of year when we are all super busy. Of course, it's also perfect for gift giving, right? If you're looking for the perfect gift for a friend, or maybe some quick makes for one of the sales you're going to be having. Okay, now along the way, I'm going to be putting placement cards in case you guys have any questions about anything I'm using. And of course, you can always have all of my contact information down in the description box. But let's get started with our supplies. So in your kit, okay, were the following items. Now, if you are, whether you're new or maybe you're old to the channel, hello friends, and you did not purchase this kit, do not despair. Do not tune off and be like, oh my gosh, I'm tuning out. That's it. I don't have this. You can follow along with stuff from your stash. I'm sure of it. But the other thing I want to mention is make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you ring that bell so that you can be notified of whenever we go live, because we put out new kits every month, sometimes multiple kits in a month. And if you want to get your hands on one of those kits, then you got to make sure that you join us here live when we show the kits. They usually sell out right from go. So that way you will have the kit and you'll be able to follow along with us as well. So make sure you are subscribed and ring that bell. All right, let's go ahead and go over the supplies. So what do we have? We have a beautiful 8x8 pad. Of course, you could probably use a 12x12 too. You can just adjust again, to the measurements, but this pad is so much fun. It's very nostalgic, super pretty. It is double-sided, and we'll see more of it as we move along. You also got in your kit a full pack of journaling cards. And again, I love the old TVs, right? Very, very cool. You have a full pack of ephemera, 24 pieces to be exact. So for those of you who do not like to fussy cut, you don't have to. You can use what's in here. However, there will be opportunities for fussy cutting, and I'll show you that later. And you got also a full pack of the origami paper, 24 sheets to be exact. They are not quite 6x6 because over in Japan, they use millimeters. So it's just shy, I think a 16th of an inch from being a 6x6. But for the sake of making it easy for us here in the States, I am going to call this a 6x6 throughout the whole evening. So just be mindful. And then in your kit, you got either this or this washi tape. You got one or the other, okay? It was just a random selection, and it doesn't matter which one. They're both equally beautiful. They, of course, come, or they were put out with the Merry and Bright collection, so they belong to it, and they look gorgeous. So you get either one of these, and we'll be using that as well. Other than that, what do we need? We need very basic things. I'll put them in the description box in case you want to gather your supplies up first as well. But basic things like paper trimmer, ruler, um, adhesive of choice, etc. Okay, so let me clean up and we're going to go ahead and jump right into step number one. Now for step number one, we're going to need some of our 8x8s. These are going to be the pages that we're going to be using, basically one of each. Now your pack included 3 of each. For right now, we only need 1 of each, okay? We're going to take those and we're going to fold them in half. We're going to need our bone folder. And this is going to be the size of our journal, actually. So it, like I said, it's a super fun, very quick way to get a journal done. So we're going to take that and fold it in half. Then we're going to fold this one in half. Okay. Then we're going to take this one over the house and fold it in half as well. Of course, you can change up the order, as I mentioned, of any of this. So you decide what looks good to you and how you want to change it up, but they're all super pretty, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Then we're gonna do this one like this. I do apologize. They are actually working still on trying to put this room back together again after we moved things around, and so there is a little bit of noise happening in the background. If they get way too loud or if they need to move something really heavy, I am simply going to pause and then resume. Okay, so I folded them all in half. I'm going to burnish them down. Easy peasy, right? And then we're going to decide which is going to be our cover page. This is going to be my cover page. And then my trees are going to be my back page. Again, you can change it up any which way you like. So this is the order I'm going to follow. I'll do it nice and slow. So in case you want to do it exactly the way that I'm doing it, you can. Okay, perfect. We're good. Now, the binding of this is going to be super simple. Let's keep that handy. We're going to bring back the washi. Again, you can pick whichever washi you'd like. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab our first 2 pages, these 2 right here, or whichever ones you've chosen. This is going to be my cover. I'm going to open them up so that the openings are facing left and right. I'm going to put these 2 pages together. And sorry, we got interrupted. Again, I apologize because they are trying to work, and I know they're going to be coming in and out, so I'm kind of a little anticipating the noise. Um, these 2, we're going this way, right? That's where we left off. Yes. They have orientation. There is text on both and also some florals. So do kind of keep track of which way you are facing. If you would like to add some additional adhesive because you are leery of your washi, washi does, of course, over time lose adhesiveness. So if you want to add some extra, go ahead and do that. Okay, let me just take a look at it, make sure that I have enough to catch on to my second page, which I do. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this. You know what? I don't even want to use these scissors. Oh, I just got glue on my pretty uniquely creative pink scissors. Let me get my junky scissors, which I do not mind getting some adhesive on. Okay, and then this side. There we go. Okay, now, so here's our opening, right? Here's the other side. So again, if you want to add a little bead of adhesive on this side, you can. And this might be easier if you turn it this way, see? And I know my washi is not perfectly straight, and that's okay. We're not going to see a whole lot of it. That just really makes it easier for me to line these up. I'm trying to make sure I'm in frame and yet still be able to see what I'm doing. And so we have our first set of pages. Okay, so it's going to look like, oh, I didn't flush it. Oh, it came off. Sorry. You know what? I'm going to burnish that down just to make sure that it stays. Once the glue dries will be great. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's going to be our first set of pages. And then we're going to do the exact same thing again. So this will be the next one, right? The opening is on this side. The opening is on this side. Put that off to the side. We're going to bring our adhesive, or you could use your red tape or anything that you prefer, or none. You know, again, it's totally fine either way. I'm just trying to eyeball here that I am sort of straight. I'll snip that. Make sure I gave myself enough washi. I did. Let me burnish that down so I'm not fighting with it on the other side too. And then we're going to simply adhere, cut off the excess here on this side and on this side, okay? All right, so now we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to grab this signature. I'm going to flip it because it's easier to see, making sure I'm not upside down. Oh, sorry, guys. Here we go. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, hopefully she won't bark again. If she does, I will mute it because, again, I don't want it to be right in your ear. And she is loud. She has a really loud bark, so I am sorry for that. For those of you who are pet owners, you know. Again, just making sure that it kind of buds up and lines up at the top and bottom. And then we're going to adhere that. I'm going to flip it open and burnish it down. Okay. And we have our next headed page. So now we have this one, and this one. All right, we're going to place that down. You guessed it. We're going to bring the next one, making sure that, again, our orientation, this is not orientation, or this has no orientation, but this does. We have the bingo and the balloons at the top. Once again, we're going to run a little bead on the side here. And I think what I'll do is I'll just keep filming, and then I will just mute segments. I'll just give you some really pretty music. How's that to listen to? That way you guys are not, I'm not having to continue pausing in between. Okay, and we've got that going. And now we're going to flip it over. Oh, you know what? Let's trim that because it just makes it easier to line up if you trim the extra washi. That way you can really see what you're doing. So let's cut that off. And we're going to add adhesive if we want. Actually, now I'm adding it directly onto the washi, so whichever way. And we're going to ensure that this is the orientation. The text is on the right way. Going to burnish that down. I don't think I cut enough. How did I miss? Okay, cut off any excess. Does the rest look good? Yeah, it looks good. Nope, I have a little extra here too. Again, not a big deal. I mean, this is like OCD stuff, right? We're good. Okay, and we got 2 more pages to do. Again, we're going to close this, making sure that our flap is, our opening is to our left. The other one, our opening is going to be to the right. Let's add our washi first. So this is a super quick binding and perfect for quick journals, perfect for beginners, and let's face it, perfect for advanced, because sometimes, you know, we spend so much time doing binding when we could easily do something as quickly as this. And again, with the season upon us, it's so nice to not have to stressed out, you know, and be able to still craft and get things done beautifully, but very, very quickly. Again, it's going to take me a little longer just because I'm talking and talking, right? But for you guys, it's going to be a breeze because you can even fast forward through some of this. I'm wondering if maybe I should just put some music and speed through, you know? That might be an option. If I haven't done it yet, I might do it for the rest. Although if I keep it in real time, you guys can craft along with me, right? Okay, so far we've got all of this done. We got one more to do, which is going to be the back cover. All right, let's go ahead and add our bead of adhesive or score tape or red tape, whichever one you prefer. We have all of them in-house, including, of course, the precision glue press. Again, I'll try and leave little product cards here on screen for you guys in case you're wondering, what am I using? Like the ergonomic bone folder, like the pink scissors. You might be wondering, what is she using? I need that. Well, I will be sure to share it with you, okay? Oh, let's go ahead and trim off all the excess. It's just very little waste. And add our bit of adhesive here. And add our last page, which is this one right here. Again, I'm going to flip it over just because it's easier for me to line it up. Just like that. I'm going to burnish it down to ensure that I have some good adhesion there. And there we go. That was the easiest binding, right? Yet super effective. I'll flip through it and then we are going to clean up and resume. Okay, in step 2, we're going to talk closures. Now, do you have to have a closure? Not at all. But I do want to show you that you have that option. So, for example, I just grabbed a small piece of sari silk. And of course, we have endless colors of seam binding. So, every color and any color you can imagine. But you can add, you know, a sari silk closure here. We're going to do a cover and a spine, so that's coming. But you could do that, or you could also use another kind of ribbon you might have. This is seam binding. As I mentioned, we have all kinds of different colors, so then it would close this way. Now, I will not be adding a cover, but you most certainly can, because maybe you plan to stuff it and do a whole lot of fun stuff, or it just looks really elegant. Oh, that almost makes me wish I should. Now I'm like, oh, maybe I will. And if that's the case, then all we have to do is, how big of a piece is this? Let's see. This is 28 inches. So that's good because I have ample. I'm going to just kind of make sure it's somewhat centered like this. And all you have to do, again, you can either add red tape, which might be faster. Hang on, where's my red tape? And because, I'm kind of I'm not going to wait for the glue. So I can add a piece of red tape. We're going to have a cover, as I mentioned here. So I'm just going to kind of, just a little piece. This is overkill, way overkill. That's just me being excessive. You need it like a piece as wide as your trim, like so. Okay, front and back. Again, if you want to measure where center is, you're more than welcome to do so. But all we're going to do is center that. And then we're going to grab our hook tool. And we're going to first burnish this down so that it releases nice and easy for us. I am totally waiting for them to finish what they're doing so that I do not have to worry about the noise and I can craft in peace, right? And so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of pinch that down. Like I said, that was total overkill on my part. You just need a little piece. It's no worries though, because we are going to be adding a cover. So that'll come in handy as well. Burnish that down and then we're going to pinch that down. And again, we have, oh, overkill on that one. We have freedom to still work with our spine. And then we have our ribbon. Okay, so that was step number 2, a quick addition of a closure to our project. So let's go ahead and clean up and jump into number 3. Now, for step number 3, we're going to work on the cover. So it's perfect. So I'm not going to have that stickiness to contend with. We're going to need 2 pieces in essence for this. We're going to need these 2. One of this one, which is the one with the red flowers. It's got a blue snowy background. And then the green trees with the ephemera, the cut aparts on the other side. Okay. Let's start with this one first. Let's put this off to the side for now and bring our paper trimmer in. Okay, we're going to be cutting from the left-hand side first. We're going to be cutting a piece that is going to be 3.5 inches. So for that, I'm going to flip mine over. I'm going to go to 3.5, and I'm going to do my first cut. Okay, so 3.5. Now, while we're here, we might as well just grab this piece and trim it to 7.5. So 7.5, leaving the beautiful flowers at the top. Okay. That is going to be the first piece we're going to cut from that. We're going to put that off to the side. We're going to bring this back. Again, it does have text, so I'm going to flip it over. I'm not trying to confuse you, but what I'm after is I'm going to cut a strip right here. Okay. So I'm going to flip it around, and now I'm going to cut a piece that is going to be, let me see, 2.5. Yes, 2.5. Oh, I could save that. 2.5. And again, we're leaving those flowers over there, right? That's how you know you're cutting the correct piece of paper. 2.5. And that one we're going to leave at 8. We're not going to mess with that. This we're going to save for later. Okay, so you can put that off completely off to the side. Oh, actually, while we're here, you know what? Let's score. So we already have this piece at hand, right? Let's go ahead and you can use your ball stylus and a ruler if you'd like. But if you have a scoreboard, use it. Okay. So in this case, what we're going to be doing with this one is we're going to be scoring it. We're going to score it in 2 different places. We're going to score it at 1 and we're going to score it at 1.5. Okay. So, well, you know what? Let me use the other one. The other one is so much easier on screen, even though, of course, I have this one. This one has much clearer numbers up here. So we're going to take our piece. We're going to line it up. You know that we have 2.5. So all we're going to do is we're going to score at 1 inch, 1 inch, and we're going to score at 1.5. That's going to leave a 1/2 inch spine, which is what we're after. I'm just going over my scores again. And I could have folded the paper the other way because what I'm after is this side right here. Okay. So when you fold this now, you should see that you have a 1/2 inch spine. Okay. With a 1 inch on the left side, a 1 inch on the right side. Okay. Now we're going to burnish that down. Okay. Find my bone folder. Make sure it's nicely lined up. This side as well. Okay. Now that is going to go right on our spine. So let's bring that in. Geez, everything's sticking to that red tape now. This is going to go here. Now, at any time, if you want to ink up anything, by all means, go for it, right? You'll notice that we do have a little bit of a cushion, which is great because we don't want to be so tight that later on, if we add something, it's not going to allow for some sort of expansion, okay? So again, we're adding adhesive to the left side and the right side, not in the middle. Make sense? Okay. Now, again, ink it up if you want. I am just going to adhere mine. You can ink up your pages. I mean, you'll have plenty of opportunities for inking up all kinds of stuff. You could use your tape runner for this. We have amazing tape runners from Scrapbook Adhesives, from Hunky Dory, all kinds of brand names. Okay, so you see how I'm standing it up just to make sure that it is flush down here, and it's automatically going to flush the top. We're going to burnish that down. See how it hides our seam binding? Perfect, perfect, right? And then we're going to, oh, it's going to stick to my red tape. Oh, we're going to do the same thing down here. I hear footsteps coming down the stairs, so I'm going to pause here and I'll be back. Okay, let's just finish gluing this on and we will be back. Okay, now that we've done the spine, we are going to talk about the front cover. We're going to bring back this green one right here. Remember the one with the Christmas trees? And we're going to cut that to 3 7/8. And it doesn't matter which side you cut. Maybe if you want some, ornaments more than others, you can decide which one, but 3 7/8. So just shy of 4 inches. And then we're going to cut the height to 7 7/8. So again, just shy of the 8. Just a smidge there at the bottom. Okay, that's it. Simple cuts, right? Super simple. Now, you realize that we have a mat that pretty much covers the full cover. If you want more to show, you most certainly can trim it down further. And then we have this one that's going to go on top of it. See how very pretty. Again, if you want to ink up anything, ink away. If you want to, leave a wider border so we see more of that brown, you can just, trim this one, and then you can even trim this one a little bit more. So there is no right or wrong. I'm going to bring out my luxurious plate. It's an ongoing joke that out of all the tools that I have, this is the most luxurious thing that I have. It's just a paper plate that I use to catch all my little, what do you want to call them? Peels, foam pieces from the from my inkers, because I can't stand having all that stuff on the table and then you go to clean up and they just smear everywhere on your mat. So yeah, I use a super fancy dandy plate to catch all those extra bits. And then I don't have to worry about cleaning. So you can see just how quickly I've inked this up. You can even do this if you want. We are going to do something else to the spine, and you could do all of your pages on the inside. So I'm just going to do my cover. Nice and quick. My spine, top and bottom. And then my back as well. Okay. And then I'm going to give these sides on the spine a little bit of a distress. Again, this is kind of a vintage book, right? It's very nostalgic, 50s, 40s. So I think that looks really pretty, that one. Okay. Now we've got our binding in place. We're going to adhere this cover on here. If it makes it easier, you might be able to, I don't think we'll be able to open it all the way, but we will adhere our cover. Now, if you want to make anything into a pocket at any time, do keep that in mind, right? That you can easily convert. And you could have even put the seam binding over the top if you wanted to. So there's so many different ways to make this your own, right? And to make little changes. That's part of the fun of classes, is that, we are given the direction and then we can go ahead and make it our own. So this could be a tall tag this way, or even a pocket maybe this way. You can even do two different pockets here, create little notches on there if you want. So there's a whole lot of stuff that you can do. Of course, you can use other papers if you like instead. You can add, liquid pearls. You can add, and we are going to embellish some, but I'm going to leave that till the end. And the reason for that is because I don't like for stuff on my cover, especially since we're going to add some dimension, to get squished while I am working on the inside. Okay, so that's as far as we've got. We've got our closure, we have our front cover, we have our back, and we have all of our pages now in place. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to some decorating. You guys ready? All right, let me bring in what we're going to do first. I guess we can work on, let's do our belly band first so we can get some fun stuff to do for the inside. And then last we'll do maybe the origami. Yeah, maybe, or a mixture of both. Let's see. Okay, moving on to step number 4, we're going to work on some decorating for our pages. Let's go ahead and start with a belly band. So you can pick any papers you like, right? We've already got our main pieces. The only one that you are going to need to probably save, of course, we're going to save some of the tags and some of the tabs to cut out later, so like these and one of the larger tags, but we have so much. And then one of these we're going to need, but we still have plenty. So no sweat. I'm going to use this one right here, this piece, which was the remaining piece from the green paper. And then this piece, which is part of the journaling card page. Okay, this has got the TV and the little girl on the bottom. It's just a really neutral piece. So I'm going to use those. Let's bring back our trimmer. We're going to start by cutting out a 2¼ wide inch strip. Again, you can decide if you want this side or if you want that side. So we come at 2¼ here. We're able to save the house if you want to do something with that house, because it's super pretty, right? So 2¼ all right. Then I'm going to put that off to the side. Then from this one, again, 2¼ once again, if you want to maybe save some of those, then cut from here. Okay, now we've got two 2¼ strips. And then from here, we're going to cut 2 pieces. You guessed it, 2¼ but this time by 2 inches. So what I'm going to do, save that for later. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my 2 inches, just because my journaling cards make better sense that way. And 2 inches again. Okay, that still saves the TV. See how it kind of works, right? But then don't forget we need 2¼ so I'm going to bring this back in and trim to 2¼ and the same this way. And it doesn't matter, I like the holly actually, it's kind of cute. Sorry, Alexa had to make an announcement. I'm telling you, this place is going mad. It's just such a busy time of the year, isn't it? Once again, if you want to ink up anything, you most certainly can. But what we're going to do is create a belly band. So we're going to take these, the 2¼ width side, we're going to just fold in half. You can use your scoreboard and score it at 1 if you want, or you can just kind of do what I'm doing right here, which is folding it in half, making sure that the side that I'm folding is the 2-inch side, leaving the 2 1/4. These are basically going to be our attachments, because if we create a belly band right now, if we were to glue this right at 8 inches, well, we would actually lose part of this, and therefore it wouldn't slide over our page. But, and again, you could choose, look, either side is absolutely stunning. So you could go this way, you could go that way. There is no right, there is no wrong. I'm going to pick this side. And what we're going to do is, let me burnish this down. We are going to bring our adhesive and we're going to glue this, being mindful that that top, you're leaving a little space. What do I mean by that? When I glue this down, I don't want it to sit like perfect on that. I want to give it a little gap so that it can slide easily over my page. Do you see how I've left just a little bit there? Okay. Actually, I could even come down just a little smidgen more. Just a little gap like so. Okay. And we're going to do that on the other side. It kind of self-centers and levels because we've got, obviously, the sides that will help guide us. And then we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Again, I'm using the plaid side, so I don't really have an orientation. But if you were using this side, just kind of be mindful of that when you do the trees, right? Once again, I'm going to try and do it this way so you guys can see it. Adhere that, leaving a little gap between where the crease is and my paper so it can slide in easily. Okay, there's your little gap right there. And then we're going to do this the other side. Okay, again, I'm going to do this way. I'm going to make sure, yeah, we're good, because I don't have an orientation on that side. But if you do, be mindful of that. I am going to add my adhesive on here. And repeat. I'm going to line it up with this other one now, right? See, I'm lining it up with my other sheet. Let me bring it up. Focus like so. And then I'm going to press down, making sure I kind of check the sides here that it's nice and straight. We don't need it wonky. Okay. And now what we've created is a little gap there and a little gap at the bottom. And since I'm going to add stuff to the pocket, right? Not only is this going to slide easily, but it's also going to allow for that expansion. When we pull on it this way, we're going to have that gap. And so if you want to kind of measure it, you can grab any page that you'd like and slide your belly band over it, and it will slide perfect. See? And give you ample room to still add stuff in between without bowing your page. Because if you don't give yourself enough room, your page is going to do this, right? It's going to bow. Okay. Now, we can decorate this many, many different ways. Let's look at all of these super cute elements that we have. Yes, I've already cut up some of them. So these little cards are perfect. See, for adding them here. You can even do double little books if you want by folding them in half and then adhering them. We're going to do something really fun with an interactive page as well, this way. And then they could open up and reveal additional photos. So you can have a blast with those. We could also grab some of them and just kind of lay them and allow them to become areas where you can also tuck in, little photos. You can just kind of layer them like this, or, perfectly aligned so that they create all kinds of fun stuff. But we'll come back to that. I just wanted to at least get the belly band. We're going to do decorating after. Let's just slide this in here for the sake of moving on with those other elements. And you can see how pretty it looks on both sides, right? Very nice indeed. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, for this next page, we're going to make a super quick double pocket. So let's bring in our journaling cards. Let me get my cups. 1 second. I like to, geez, I didn't open that right. I like to get my ephemera into cups. I probably could have used a smaller one, but that's okay because we are going to be fussy cutting some elements if you like. I like. And we're not throwing away the packaging, okay? So save those. Where's that other one? Save this one. Okay. We are going to find this TV and a ho ho ho. Where is he? There he is. Or you know what? Pick your two favorites. You pick whichever ones you prefer. We're going to bring back our book. We're going to find the polka dotted page. Where are you? Here you are. Right. And in this one, what we're going to do is we're going to add one here and one right above it, creating a double pocket in a super simple and easy, fun way. Okay. So again, I told you this is going to be super brilliant. Oh, I like the, which one do I like better? I don't know. Now I'm questioning. Oh, that's tough. Oh my goodness, that's tough. Okay, you guys pick. I think I'm going to pick this side just because I can write dates and information on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to adhere 3 sides. So left, right, and bottom. I'm going to scooch that over for just a second. You can either come all the way to the corner or you can center it, whichever one you prefer. I think I'm going to go center. And the polka dots really help you line it up, by the way. So use your polka dots as a grid to ensure that you are centered. Especially me, because it's kind of hard for me to tell when I'm on camera. Okay, so I'm going to put that one on the bottom. Oops. Sorry, my hands are cold. And then leave a little gap here. Just a small gap, maybe like a half a polka dot is what I'm going to say. And again, I'm using my polka dots to help me line this right on top of the other. And we have a super cute double pocket in a matter of seconds. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Well, we're here. Let's go ahead and work on this other side because I think the center piece is super important. So let's look for the Merry and Bright. What did I do with the puppy? This one. And then let's go ahead and gather up a bingo from over here. Okay? Pick whichever one you like. I'm going to pick the first one out the gate. Who took my scissors? I got to blame somebody. Here they are. We're going to grab one of these bingos. We're going to do a double tuck next. Okay? So we're going to grab this. Again, you can ink up anything you'd like. You can pause at any time. We're going to start with this one up here. So we're going to simply add adhesive to the top part so that we can tuck stuff behind it. Again, I'm using the dots to kind of ensure that I am straight there. Okay, there we go. Like so. And then this one is going to come right up here. Actually, you know what? We could even bring this down a little bit. Just a smidge. I'm going to leave the first green row, okay, to show. And then we're going to put this one directly above it like so. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Again, you can choose, but I think that now that I have all that white, I don't want too much white, so I'm going to use the puppy. Plus, he's adorable. Let's face it, he's just gorgeous. Okay. And then, you like my gorgeous? Instead of, oh, Lord. Okay. And now we've got a double tuck. As soon as that is dry, of course, we can test the fact that we can tuck stuff behind here, and we can tuck even more photos over here and have a double tuck spot. But we're not done yet. We're going to go into our page, and we're going to take out one of the pages with all of the tabs, and we're going to fussy cut those. Now, I'm going to show you the easiest way that I know to do this. Oh, hopefully I didn't do, I did do all of them. I should have left one undone. Did I do all of them? I did. Maddie. Anywho, I will show you the easiest way that I know to do this. I was sure I left one undone. Nope, I would be wrong. I got carried away. You know me and fussy cutting. And if you don't know me and fussy cutting, I love fussy cutting. So my hands lately don't agree much with me, but yeah, I love it. So this is that page that's got all the double tabs. Yeah. Okay. And the easiest way to do this is you will cut the whole piece together. Okay. Then you will grab your ruler and your, so imagine that this isn't folded yet and that these pieces are not cut out. Okay. You're going to grab your ruler, you're going to put it right where it needs to be, and then you're going to just, score it. Then that's going to help you create a nice clean fold. Once it's folded, then you're going to grab your scissors and you're going to snip, okay? And then that way you can ensure that both sides will match. If you do it while it's still on, your sides might not match, right? So super easy. And then just pick, I don't know, pick your favorite. Be Merry. Well, we have Merry and Bright. Something else. Ooh, magical. I like it. And we're going to simply adhere that on there as a tab. Okay. Now we're going to have a total, well, you know what? Let's wait on the tabs. Yeah, let's wait on the tabs because I want to make sure that we line them up perfectly. So hold off on those, but of course you can pause, get those ready because you know they're coming. We're going to need them. But that's going to be our double tuck and our double pocket, creating that beautiful balance on that center signature page. Okay, let's go on to our next one. Okay, let's work on some origami actually before our time is up because I'm really trying to keep this under. I know there's so much that we can do to decorate, right? The ideas would be forever ongoing, but I did promise you some origami. Very simple origami pockets and bits. And so they're going to be a whole lot of fun. So grab your origami paper, pick a favorite. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to start with this one because that is really good to practice on as it has no orientation. Not really, right? So we're going to flip this over. We're going to keep it at this size for now because I'm going to work on the bigger ones so that way we can get comfortable. We are going to basically fold this in half. Okay. Nothing fancy needed. It is quite thin, so we don't need like to burnish it down or anything like that. We're going to fold it again in 4 in the other direction. So when we're done, we're going to have 4 little squares. Okay, so it will look like that, right? Okay, then we're going to bring in 2 of these to the center, almost like making paper airplanes. You remember making paper airplanes? I'm sure we all do, right? And then the other one too. Okay. And very much like making a paper airplane, we're going to fold this in half so that it kind of looks like this. Okay. Everybody with me so far? So we folded it in 4. Then we went ahead and tucked these 2 in. Then we folded that in half. So it looks like so. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this up here, almost to look like a giant triangle or pyramid, right, to the half. But we're only going to do this just to kind of mark it. I'm trying to see my center. We're just going to kind of just put it there just to mark it. It's going to make it easier. Then we're going to open this back up, okay? When we fold this in half, you're going to notice that we now have like a little pouch, right? You see it? There's a little pouch there, okay? And all we're going to do is, now that we've kind of creased this a little bit, again, you can crease it the other way if you want, so you're not fighting with it. All we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to tuck it in here, these 2 flaps. So again, this is where we're at, right? With the little pouch right there. And then we're going to take this and we're going to tuck it in to it. And then we're going to press down on it. And we now have a quick origami pocket. Okay, super easy. I will deconstruct it again. Or actually, you know what? We're going to make a smaller one. So let's not even worry. If you need to watch it again, of course, you have the advantage of movie magic. And you can go ahead and rewind. Now, these are 2 things. They can either be corner bookmarks. Okay, super cool. Or they can be pockets. I am going to choose to use mine as a pocket. And I think that's going to go, well, it could go here in the front cover. What do you think? It could go anywhere. I want to cover those flowers. It could go here as well. We can make multiples. We have plenty to make tons. We can even go this way, right? Okay, but I think I'm going to choose my front cover. So making sure it's nice and creased, I am simply going to adhere the back end. You can even just adhere here on 2 sides, and then you would have a double tuck, right? I think I'm gonna, one side, by the way, is going to be more reinforced than the other. You're going to feel that right away. I'm going to choose to leave the side that is the most reinforced to the outside, the sturdier side. And then this one, since it's going to get adhered onto my base anyway, it's going to be nice and strong. So, all right, and we're going to put that right on that corner, thus creating a quick, like 10-second origami pocket. Again, a little slow because I'm trying to demonstrate it, but once you've done it, you'll be forever able to make them in a matter of seconds. All right. All right. So that is one way. Now we're going to do a little bitty one. So let's go ahead and grab another piece of origami paper. Once again, pick whichever one you like. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab one of those. I am going to use one of those, and we're going to cut that in 4. Now, it is not exactly 6 inches. Remember, it is just shy of the 6 inches. So you're going to do like an approximate, if you would. Yeah. So just a sliver under 3. And I have to be really careful because this is, you know, very thin paper. Okay. And then I'm going to cut again. I want to get 4 pieces out of this. Yes, we can do 4 out of just 1. Cool, huh? Okay. Cut it the other way again. Again, just shy of 3. Okay. These are super cute also to make as gifts for friends or to include in Happy Meal because they're just that easy. Once again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do our paper airplane. I'm going to go with this piece right here. We're going to fold, oopsie, fold in half one way. Open it back up, fold in half the other way. Then we get our X in the center. Okay. Once we are done with that, we're going to create a paper airplane by bringing in this side in and then this other side in. Okay, just like that, right? And then we're going to fold that in half. Now we got this wonky shape here. All right, once we are done with that, we're simply going to bring in our other side. And again, this is just because I like to kind of well, you know what? Let's not even do it that way because I think sometimes when I do that, it gets a little bit more confusing. So all we're going to do in this case is we're going to fold this in half. We're going to bring this corner from up here to down here and do this. Now, again, this is a lot easier because it is origami paper, so it's thin. We now have our pocket and you can just tuck that in and fold it. If you want to, like I mentioned before, do this just so you can score it so you're not fighting with it. You can pinch it and then bring it back up and now tuck it in. That's just a little cheat, but it's not necessary. And now we have an itty bitty one, okay? In this case, I'm thinking this needs to become, of course, a book marker or page marker. There we go. So pretty, right? So fun. All right. Easy enough? Easy. Okay, let's do some more origami. Okay, envelopes next. Envelopes, however you want to pronounce them. Super easy. We've all pretty much done these before. So let's just go ahead and grab a page, any page. Any page will work. They're also pretty. But we're going to do several different things with this first. So we're going to start by marking X, doing an X. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. So all we're going to do is we're going to kind of walk it and pinch it. We're not going to fold all the way. We're just going to grab our finger and just, see, just pinch, just in the center. Then we're going to walk it the other way. And we're going to do the exact same thing, pinch there, and then come to the center and pinch. And what that does is it creates an X right on the center. Can you see it? Let me get a pencil. You don't need to mark yours. I'll mark mine just so you guys can see kind of what I've done. Okay? It created, oh, that's not dark enough. I was trying to be light-handed. Can you see that now? It marked an X there in the center. Okay, so we're just pinching the center to create an X. Now we're going to pick any corner that we want. And we're going to basically walk it up, but we're not going to come all the way to the center. We're going to, I need to make that darker. I'm okay with losing a piece of washi. I mean, a piece of origami paper, just so you guys can see what I'm doing. I think that's better. Is it darker for you guys? I think so, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring one of these corners, but we're not going to go all the way to the X. We're going to come just shy of it, and we're going to mark that and press down. Okay. So again, you can see I am not, my little tip is not on the X. Okay. And then we're going to flip it and we're going to do the other side the same way. They're not going to touch. They're not even going to touch the center of the X. They're going to be just shy of the X. Okay, like that. I wish it would focus. There we go. See? All right. Now we're going to bring the bottom and we're going to overlap, meaning we are purposely going to come right in here. Okay. Now, depending on what shape you want your envelope to be, that's going to dictate how big of an overlap you want. If you want a rectangular, then you're going to come up more. If you want a square, then you're barely going to overlap. So you're just going to be like a pinch here. So let me kind of show you what I mean. If I just barely pinch, I'm going to get a square envelope. Can you see the shape happening? If I overlap it big time, I'm going to get now, see, a rectangle. So it's up to you how far you want to come. There is no right or wrong. We're going to overlap there, kind of making sure we're even here on the sides. Square or rectangle, you pick, right? Okay, now if I want, I can actually erase that X and I won't have to do away with this envelope because you guys got the idea, I am sure. Okay, we are here. So now we're going to grab this piece right here and we're going to fold this. Now, I like to fold it towards me first, just so I can kind of make sure that I'm straight. And then you have a choice. You can either cut it off, or I like to flip it in because, oh, I still got it crooked, didn't I? Because I like it to act as a reinforcement for anything that I slip into my page, right? So then what I like to do is I like to adhere that down. Okay. And then you're going to add adhesive or tape runner, whatever you'd like here, to the sides. Thus creating your pocket, your envelope. Okay. And then all we need to do is fold down. Now, I wanted to do it in this size so you guys could practice along with me and have, of course, a really pretty envelope now ready to go. This is a bit big for, see, for our pages. I mean, you could tuck it in sideways, right? Sure, that'd be cool. But we're going to work on one that's going to fit this way because I do want to add some stuff underneath this, underneath the belly band, okay? So now we're going to bring our trimmer back and we are going to pick another origami piece. We did that one, we did that one. We haven't done this one. Okay, we're going to get a tad smaller. We're going to get to a 5 by 5. So 5. Oh, I almost don't want to cut this one. Nope, nope, bad idea, because I don't want to cut those flowers. Hang on, let me pick another one. Let's pick the berries. We have lots of origami paper. We will not even come close to using it all. But of course, you can make a bunch of pockets, corner pockets, or bookmarks, or now envelopes too to go with it. And if you watched the Stitched in Time memory place album that we did, then you would also have lots more origamis idea on that video. Again, we are cutting this to a 5 by 5. Okay. You know what? Well, we have the trimmer out. If you guys don't mind, let's go ahead and, oh no, I know, we have something we can use. Well, let me think about that. No, because we need some other ones, do we not? Let's go ahead and cut 2 more pages while we're here, guys, for the sake of time. Let's cut, sure, one of those. And we were talking about one of those. Let's cut that into 4s. Again, remember, it is not exactly 6 inches, right? So leave that 5 by 5 there to the side. These we're going to cut. Don't need that extender. We're going to cut to just shy of 3 inches. Basically, we're going to cut this in 4s, right? So cut it in half. And we're going to turn it and we're going to cut that in half. Then we're going to grab this one and we're going to cut that in half. And then we're going to grab this one and do the same thing. Okay, so we have all of the elements that we need for the next few things that we're going to do. I like to save time, huh? And especially, oh, 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 okay. Especially because I promised you that we were going to get through this in no time flat, right? Which we are. Okay. And that's with a whole lot of talking and instructions. Okie dokies. So, oh, and you know what? We had some leftovers too. That's okay, because that's just more for me to make. I forgot. We didn't need to cut a whole nother page, because if you don't want to, you don't have to. We have those pieces left. But again, I don't hate the fact that we have more to create with. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing that we just did with the other envelope to this one. So quite simple, right? X marks the spot. Don't forget, corner to corner, and then just pinch, corner to corner, the other direction, and then just pinch. All right, so now we have an X in the center. We're going to bring one of our flaps up, but not all the way to the center, and fold. We're going to bring the other side up to the center, close, but not all the way, and close. Then we're going to decide what kind of shape do we want. Well, let's go with a square one, since I didn't I do a rectangle? Yeah, I did a rectangle. So now again, instead of coming way up here, I'm just going to barely overlap. And that's going to give me more. I still way overdid it. I did a big old, that's all right. And then, oh, what is falling at me? Then we're going to go ahead and fold this back. Okay. Then fold it forward. You decide if you want to snip it off or if you want to glue it down. I'm going to glue it down. All right, we're going to glue this bit right here. And then we're going to glue the sides. Okay, and now we have a smaller size envelope, and you keep going down, 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 down. So long as it's a square, it's always going to pan out, right? This little cutie will now fit, or it should fit, right into our belly band. There we go. So now we have, so if you wanted to make some extra ones, right, to just add on pages, you can. But we are going to work on a page right back. Where is it? Right back here. Okay, our back cover. So for that, we're going to need one of these, and I'm missing one. I am missing a, oh, because I didn't cut another holly. You know what? My bad. I thought we were done. I tried to jump ahead and it didn't work because I used the whole holly, didn't I? Sure did. I need another one. All right, there we go. Again, the more the merrier. I love like cutie patooties. I absolutely adore them. So let's make some more. Now, we're going to cut this holly one. And for the sake of time, I'm only going to cut this one side, okay? So I don't keep you waiting. If you want later on, you can cut that one. I just need these three pieces right here. Okay, we're going to make some mini baby envelopes. You already know how they work. So again, corner to corner, light pinch, corner to corner, light pinch, right? And then I'm just going to do the same thing that we've already done. I'm not going to keep you here waiting unless well, maybe you guys want to do it with me, right? Maybe. We can just keep it rolling. And then that way, we're all crafting together. Got that. I'm going to fold up. All right. We can tuck this. Wait. This one came a lot closer than that one. It's making it wonky. I just realized, I was like, wait, why does that look wonky? Well, Maddie, because one side was not even. There we go. And then we're just going to fold that little flap. Yeah, I like to fold it out. I try to cheat and just do it one shot, but I don't like it. I always end up getting them crooked. I don't know why. I don't know why. Does that happen to you guys too? Or is it just me? You can tell me in the comments. Okay, we're going to open that up. We know what we're doing. We're going to glue that down. Down, down, down. And then we're going to glue these sides down as well. We're going to make some cuties. Adorable little mini envelopes. All right, there's one. I'm going to let that kind of sit there just because the glue. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other two. Again, fold, pinch, fold, pinch. Maybe this would be a good time to just play you some music, but then we wouldn't be crafting together, would we, on real time? And I don't want you guys to feel like if your hands are busy and you're crafting along, that you have got to hit pause and then come back. Instead, we can just craft on together. Okay. Again, I'm going to fold back towards me, and then I'm going to flip forward, and that usually gets me a better result. Ah, there we go. Aren't these just adorable? Think of all the possibilities where you could make all kinds of origami little pockets. Oh my gosh, right? Even just like card fronts or ephemera, or you know what? Even 12 by 12 layouts. These are just so stinking adorable. Such a great way to add interaction to your journal. You know what? I want something with more flowers. And now in this case, I can decide which one do I want to be the flap that is going to fold down, right? Do I want more flowers, less flowers? You can kind of look at the paper and decide what is going to be your flap. I think I want this to be my flap. So for that reason, I'm going to fold, wait, backwards. Sorry. I'm going to start with the sides. I'm going to start with this, leaving that for last. And then this one right here as well. And then bring this up like we've been doing. Nothing is new. Okay. Fold it back. Fold it forward. Make sure it's straight, and it is. Adhere it down. Actually, I could go a little bit more this way. There we go. Now, how many of you have already started watching Hallmark movies? I have. Of course I have. I wait all year round to watch my Hallmark movies. I love it. I love it. Okay, little bitties, right? Adorable. We're going to fold down our top here to create our adorable little envelope there. Oh my gosh, it'd be cute. Some faux wax seals. Wouldn't that just be too precious? Oh, that would be so cool. I might have to do that. I just might have to do that. Another one here. Look how cute. And then this one right here, finally. We've got our last one. And again, we left those gorgeous flowers at the top. See, that was well worth it. Doesn't that look pretty? Okay, we got all of them done. So now we just got to add them onto our page. And you decide, of course, what configuration you'd like. But I am going to go this way, I think. I think I really like that red to be the center of attention. You can measure if you like. You can even add little string. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here's what I mean by that. I went and grabbed some of this really cool thin ribbon. And what we can do here is, without making a tangled mess, is cut ourselves enough of a piece that will go around the envelope and still give us enough to create a bow. Now, I might have to trim some of this off later, but I'd rather be over than under. So I am going to say this is 15 inches, okay? So now we can glue this here to the back. Once again, you can use your red tape, you can use your glue, whichever one you prefer. We can even make sure before we adhere it, I'm pretty sure, but just in case, we can make little gifts out of them. How stinking cute is this? Seriously. I love it. 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 See? We can make little gifts. And then that way, when somebody wants to open them, they have to open up their gift so they can see what's inside. And again, overkill, I know, but not the point. The point is that the measurement is right. So I'm going to cut 3 of those. Again, this is just like extra stuff that I am throwing out there, guys. The album is done. Now it's just playtime. So I did have another really fun interactive page that I'm going to try and squeeze in here. So if I go over 2 hours, you guys will have to excuse me. But you know, the more content, the more ideas, the better, right? At least I hope you feel that way. I know I do. I'm like, yeah, tell me more. What else can I do? Show me, show me. So I hope you guys feel the same way. So I'm just going to add a bit of my red tape on the back just to stabilize it. Another one right there. And one more right there. Now, if you're not familiar with red tape is overkill for this. Really, I could have just used, you know, my tape runner. Red tape is like so strong, like so strong. This stuff is great for anything that you want to way outlive you. How's that? And let's pray that I do not catch the tape again this time, because this stuff is strong. All right, there's one. I'm going to grab my little ribbon. Make sure it's facing the right direction. There is a shiny side and a darker side. I'm trying to think. This will go this way. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Again, I way overshot it, So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of eyeball it and just do this. I'm going to do it with the next one. I am hoping and praying for some cooler weather. We had beautiful weather. I know you guys are probably thinking, seriously? Seriously? We're like freezing and you're asking for cooler weather? Well, you know, we live in northern Florida and it's beautiful weather up here, but I want to have like some days. Hang on, guys. Sorry. I'm just gonna No, I'm still struggling. There we go. I do not know what it is today with the tape. I'm just having a lot of war with it. We live in northern Florida, and yes, we get cold weather. However, it was like a tease. We got a cold front, right? And so for a few days, it got nice and let's just say like mild, right? Not cold, mild. I'm not asking for cold. I'm asking for mild weather, and it was just lovely. Just you know, with the sun beaming down and blue skies and just it was perfect because you were outside, you were in the sun and you were nice and warm, but you weren't baking and the humidity had come down. And it was like a total tease. Then it came back and guess what? It was warm again. And now I just want some cooler weather because I want to go do some stuff outside, right? But I don't I'm you know, I enjoyed the summer, sure. But now I am ready for, for some cooler weather. You know what I should have done? I should have stuck the center one first, because then that'll help me space out the other two evenly. So let me just do that first. Just a little bit of glue. I'm kind of overdoing this. And I'm going to say, yeah, sure, that's about center. Again, not overthinking this. Just make sure you're straight. That's about the only thing that matters. Then we're going to take this one and we're going to glue this one up here at the top. Like so. And then we're going to do the last one on the bottom. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think this coming week we're going to be like low 70s again. And that's what I mean. Fahrenheit, of course, that is. I just want 60s and 70s, you know? I don't want anything crazier than that. Don't need, because we will get down into the 20s and 30s and eventually in January. And it's nice for a little bit, but not for like the long haul. That's part of the advantages of living in Florida, right? We have the beautiful mild winters, and we look forward to them for sure. So if you've never visited Florida, we have beautiful winters. And again, I'm going to trim these down after the fact, guys. I just don't want to I shouldn't even be tying them, to be honest with you, because we could be using this time to do the other interactive page, which I want to get to, because it's a whole lot of fun. But this is so cute. Of course, if you just want to leave the envelopes, that's fine and dandy. They don't need anything else. I mean, just look at them without anything. They just look stinking adorable, right? But I think that adding ribbon is also super fun. It just looks like a little, you know, like a little, I don't know, gifts, stacked gifts too. So, and we're going to trim those off. Okay. And they, as you can see, they don't add a whole lot of bulk because it is a very thin trim. All right, let's go ahead and get to that other page. Okay, this last page is probably one of my favorites. I love this one. So see this page right here? Of course, we have two more, right? Now, I want you to go ahead and grab one of the other two, and I want you to cut them in a very specific way. I'm going to show you how. I want you to go ahead and cut out one of the trolleys, okay? Just a trolley single by itself. Then I want you to grab the puppy and the, where is the puppy? Here, the puppy and the car, these two together, okay? So do not separate them, cut them together. I'll show you what we're going to do in a second. And again, you can pause and then come back. Then I want you to cut the bunny and the girl together. So these two. Then go ahead and cut out the puppy. This is not the blonde puppy, but the brown puppy and the house together. These two right here. Okay. I'll bring them up in a second too, but I'm showing you exactly where they're laying. And then the locomotive and the girl with the mommy together. And that's it. That's what I want you to cut. So again, let me show you those pieces up close. That's one. Those two together. Those two together. These two together. I love the carolers. And then the trolley by itself, okay? Oh, it's not a trolley. It's a train. It's a locomotive. It's the engine. I thought it was a trolley. Can't wait for my eyeglass appointment. It's going to be at the what? End of this month? I'm looking at the calendar. Yeah, end of this month. I can't wait for my new prescription. Oh, okay. So once you've done that, here's the easiest way that to kind of score these is grab your ruler, right? Grab your ball stylus and then just run a line, right? And then fold. Now we are going to cut after we fold because, as I mentioned to you, it is a great way to kind of make it work together. Like I was talking about the tabs. So once it's been cut, now we can go ahead and cut and they will match perfect. They're symmetrical because we just cut them together. We're going to do that for this one as well. Cutest little tags, aren't they? This one as well. And then this one. Okie dokies. Now, in the supply list, there was an optional crocodile or eyelet setter, right? Hole puncher and eyelet setter. So if you want to do that, then let's go ahead and grab that. And open those up. If you want to ink them as well, go ahead and ink them up. I'm going to go grab my crocodile and, you know what? Let me see what size holes we might need, or eyelets. I want to see if the small one is going to work. So there's two sizes to the crocodile. There's the large and then there's the small. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be the small one. Yeah, it is. Totally adorbs, right? Okay. Then we're going to do that as well. Hang on, let me make sure that I'm doing this correctly. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, then we're going to do the puppy. Sorry, Madison was talking. 1 second, Madison. I'm almost done. She figured I wasn't recording anymore because I was quiet. We're going to do that to the dark puppy up here. Then we're going to do, we did the bunny. We got that. Then we're going to do the, oh, did I do the, hang on. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. This one was on the bottom. This is the blonde puppy. Yeah. And then this one, let me make sure that I'm right. I think so. Now I'm debating on this one. I'm trying to see how I had it planned. Okay, you know what? I'm going to leave that one for a second because I do not want to mess it up. So let's just start. So the puppy is going to go right up here. We're going to create an interactive feature. Now, again, if you want to add some twine, you know, we can certainly do that before or after. Actually, let me go grab some twine real quick. Or the same little string that we just had, we could use that too. So let me see, what do I have in here that we could use? We could use the same red one. I could use a brown one. I could use a green one. Is this like a Christmas green? Well, that's very jarring with that other green. Um, Maybe we'll do something neutral, like a brown. Or teal would be kind of fun because there's a lot of teal on that page. Let's see, do I have that color teal? I don't think so. That's too blue. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. And again, we can change it later. If I don't like it, I can just change it. I can pull it. Let me find the end. I just saw it here. Okay, so for example, and again, I'm not going to take up all the time to do this because you guys most certainly, I'll come back and show you how's that the finished album because I might change my mind. We're going to fold it in half and we're going to put it through our hole. Oh, I thought I had it. I grabbed a little tiny string of it. That's odd. Here it is. All right, and then we're going to open it up, grab the two little strings, and feed them through, right? So just to kind of quickly show you something like this, we can trim it down, of course. And then we're going to glue that directly on to this. So we're going to add glue to the back. It's going to be almost like a little advent calendar where you could just flip little pages. You can add small little photos or notes in here, or little swatches, as I mentioned earlier. And then we're going to make sure that we're straight. Trying to do it while it's up in the air. Okay. So we're going to have that little guy right there. Isn't he adorable? Love him. All right. Then we're going to bring the rabbit. And the rabbit's going to go here. Once again, I will add my ribbons after. We're going to grab this one and glue it down here. And now we have another little interactive feature right there. And then we're going to grab, let's go ahead and get this one. We're going to put this one right here. And that's going to become a little bitty pocket. So we're only going to glue it. And I'm not going to even bother punching that hole. We're only going to glue it on 3 sides. So left, right, and bottom. That's going to become a mini pocket over here. Making sure I am... Nope, I wasn't straight. I knew it. Jeez, Maddie. Way missed it, huh? There we go. There. And then we're going to grab the little puppy and he's going to go down here. Now, the reason why I'm doing the puppy down here, and you're wondering, well, there's a puppy here. I want to make another large corner one for this page right here. So once I create the large corner and it's going to come this way, plus what I'm going to put in the pocket, it's just going to cover all of these right here, right? So these 3 are pretty much eliminated. So I figure we can bring the puppy back in to this side. So we're going to glue this one all the way in. But again, you can pick, other ones. I'm just showing you what I've done. And what I think her name is Yumiko had the idea for this page. So kudos to her. It's not my idea. And I absolutely loved it. And then this one right here, we're going to be putting right here. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Let me make sure. Wait. This one goes, I kind of changed it up a bit. So I'm trying to remember how I did this. Where is the, was it? Oh, there we go. It was this way. So this one, and we could even go, no, we don't want 2 couches. We're going to go this way. And so we're just kind of trying to stagger them some. Yeah, because we got to leave room in here in this pocket. Remember, do I have a scrap piece of paper? We're going to tuck something in here, right? Maybe even another one of those little tags. Oh, I don't know. Let's just put a Christmas tree for now. Okay. So we're going to put a Christmas tree or something else in there, a little receipt or a little love note. We don't want to, oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to hole punch both of these. That one's easy enough. This one, I should have done beforehand. There we go. And now we can glue the back piece. That doesn't need to be hole punched, just the front. Okay, and that's going to go right here. And now we've got the super cool inside, right? Okay, with the pocket. All right, so again, now I can come back and add my trims. This one I should have done before I put on the page. So I'm just going to try. Oh, hang on. So it's easier if you do it when it's off the page, guys, not on the page like I'm having to do now. And rush it because, I don't want to take up more time. I want to come back and show you guys. Yeah, I'm going to do that off screen because I can't do it while I'm trying to be on screen. I have to put it close to my face. But you guys basically get the idea that we're going to have a very beautiful, interactive, little unexpected page with all of our little ribbons on there. So I'm going to come back and do that. We already know the corner, right? We know how to do our, where is it? where is it? Our corner piece right here. We know how to do those. So I'm going to do one for this side. What else? What else did I want to show you? Oh, we talked about decorating the belly band, so I'll come back and show you that. So again, we have a little bookmark. Oh, we can decorate the bookmarks too, and I'm going to add the tabs. So I'm going to come right back and show you decorations. Sound like a deal? All right. And again, we do have additional pages. So if this is a bit jarring for you, do not forget that we have extra panels that we can add on here. And I'm also going to come back and show you, oh, you know what? We should do the cover. No, let me decorate the inside and then we'll do the cover together. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, now let's take a look at the cover and then we'll go over the inside of the um, album, okay, or the journal. So on the outside, the first thing I got to tell you is, and I hope you didn't make the same mistake. If you did, it's not a big deal. I glued my panel upside down. These flowers were supposed to be up here. If you notice, the text is in the wrong orientation. Can you really see it? Not really. Would you have to use a magnifying glass to see it? Yes. Would it look better the other way? It would, because it was designed to look that way. But again, no big deal, no crisis. If I wanted to, I could just cut another panel and glue it right on top, flip the right way, and that would be it, right? And it would reinforce the cover. But I am not going to sweat the small stuff because unless I told you, you probably wouldn't have even realized it. Okay, we're going to need a couple of things for the cover. We're going to need a little piece of the berry paper. We're going to need a little piece of the bingo. We're going to need a tab. You can pick whichever one you prefer. Pick your favorite ephemera. I'm going to use the Merry and Bright. And then I'm also going to pick, I don't know, I'm kind of going between these three now. So we'll see. We're going to pick an image. We have a whole, not only all of these that we haven't used, right? But also if you were like me and you grab that one page and you fussy cut all of your elements out of it, you have all of these as well to choose from. So, I mean, anything goes. I mean, it's going to look gorgeous no matter which way you go. You can even use a blue one if you want that instead of the Merry and Bright. So lots of great choices. Now, the other thing that I am going to use from here is going to be some of the bunting here, the banner. So we're going to cut that out. If you want to pause, you most certainly can. I think I just might. And then I will come back when it is done so I am not boring you to tears as you watch me cut this out, right? But it's going to be a very simple cut. Something like this. And I can speed through this as well if you guys want. But it doesn't take very long at all. I'm going to save those flowers. That cluster is gorgeous. And actually, if I wanted to, you know what I could do? Come to think of it, I cut it like this first, just to make it easier for me to cut. The same thing with this one. I'm simply going to come in here and cut right there. What I could do, since I this we can throw away, since I went ahead and the flowers are supposed to be up here, I could fussy cut those and add them up there. See, there's always a way around things. Okay, I'm going to cut. Those are my dirty scissors, so I'm just going to switch to my fussy cutting. And this is like pretty, I mean, easy, because it's just straight lines, guys. That's all we're doing. It's cutting straight lines like this. You can see it is super fast. We can even do it together. So again, you're not having to pause and rewind. And again, when it comes to the decorating on the inside, I'm going to show you what I've done. Yours will end up completely different. I'm sure it will, because everyone has, different ideas. I'll show you my ideas. Of course, if you like, what I've done, then you can copy it as I've done it. But you can always change it around. just like all of your pages were also interchangeable, right? And we still have so much. I try to use it all. I really did. I really made a good attempt at using as much of it as I possibly could, and I still have stuff left. Well, ephemera, forget about it, right? I have tons, but we're gonna save this. Again, beautiful flower up there at the top. Um, but the pages I still have paper, I still have origami, I have tons of little tags, which is fine because I figure, you know what? We can make another smaller like mini journal if we want to, or we can even make some fun collage pieces, or maybe some a masterboard, some franken paper. I mean, there's so many possibilities. We can make a bunch of those little envelopes and just have them ready to go, or the little corner um, book pages, bookmarkers, slash pockets, right? Corner pockets. So we can have those all in a little box, and we could keep adding to it anytime that we have, because I still have stuff from that first album we did, the Stitch Together from Memory Place. So as new collections arrive and we have origami paper, we can continue to add to a little box, and then anytime that we need a little something, or just a cute little envelope in different sizes, we can make them square, we can make them rectangles, we can make the little bookmarks small, medium, large, whatever we want, and have them ready, right? Perfect for adding just as even bookmarks for your books for reading. Okay, that was easy. See, and I'm talking and talking. I'm sure you guys are probably much faster than me because you're not doing all the talking. Okay. And as I mentioned, if I really, really, really want to put that up there, I really can. And that'll kind of create a very symmetrical look. You know what? I'm going to cut it out just in case I do decide. I don't know that I will, but we can have it ready. I'm just going to do a super quick cut, not overthinking it, letting it kind of just all flow. Okay, something like that. And then we can put that up there, or even on a corner if we wanted to kind of balance it off, right? That'd be kind of cool too. So again, choices, but I do like the white space too. I'm not going to lie. We'll think about it. Okay, now, what are we going to do? Very, very simple. We're going to add some super fun bunting here. We can do maybe one this way. Maybe just these two right here. Stop at that point. Oops, oops, oops. Stay. Then we can bring another one a little lower, and then we can tuck a little piece behind there. So let's go ahead and let's work on the bottom first, so we know how fast, how high to come up. So from here, all we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece. Now I'm going to recommend that you start big, because you can always take away. Okay, all we're going to do is kind of tear it up like so. Okay, save that, because again, you can get other little cuts like that out of that one. Same thing here. We're going to simply come in and just tear. Okay, and we're going to tuck those in like so. We can take this little believe. We don't even need the full thing. We can save the other half. Oops. Cut that right at the top. And we are going to tuck that in back here. Okay, so let's go ahead and adhere that first. I'm going to use my Spectrum Art Creations palette and my Tombow glue, which is my preferred adhesive when it comes to the the yeah, the origami paper, because you know it's a little thin and I don't like it to pucker or bubble. So, oh, I forgot to tuck in my little believe. Hang on. I'm gonna lift this side right here for a second. Oh, you know what? Let me ink it up real quick, just so it doesn't look so plain. Add a little bit of glue there and tuck that behind that, like so. If I need extra glue now, probably, because it dried up on me. Just gonna add it on there and stick it, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the second piece. And we're just gonna stick that on there like so, making sure that it is on that edge. Okay, and that's going to add some interest to the bottom. Now here we're going to get some dimensional foam. Okay. Get dimensional foam. We could do squares, we could do roll, whatever is most convenient or whatever you have. We have tons of different formats of the 3D foams. We have squares, we have strips, we have rolls. Okay, so now let's get a game plan. Again, don't know which one to use. That is quite lovely, isn't it? A little big, maybe that way. Again, since I do not have my flower up here, I have a lot of room to play. We could do that. We could do her. She's so cute. We could do Santa. We could do a cat. We could do anything, guys. We could do anything. We could do a little house. We could do Christmas trees. Oh, Christmas tree might be nice. What else do we have in here? Oh, look at the little boy. He's just waking up with his gift. Adorable. Just adorable. Just like the little girl. Look at that. So cute, right? Like, there's no way to get this wrong, guys. Love it. Oh, the puppy. Look at the little puppy. Oh my gosh. And the kitten. Yeah, there's just a lot of choices. Oh, you also have gifts. You also have the couple dancing. That's very cool. I like that. I like them all. That's the problem. I can't. You know, I think sometimes that is the hardest part to what we do is just there's so many choices. And again, if you did all the other um, cut apart, you know, you've got all kinds of other images too. Maybe the person you're giving to likes locomotives, likes trains. So that's kind of cool, right? You could do a combination. You can put one down on the bottom, one at the top. You know, you could do all kinds of stuff. Maybe they like vintage cars. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Just saying. There was a Christmas tree. Oh, there's a cluster here. Oh, that kind of goes with the whole thing. Look at that. You know, it just kind of flows, doesn't it? That's kind of neat. Um, Again, just take a look. They're all good. They're all good. There's not a single bad choice. I thought I had a Christmas tree. Oh, here it is. I was gonna say I might have used it someplace else. So the Christmas tree is awesome. It could also go down here, and that would look really nice, right? Anyway, just pick one. Don't be a Maddie. Just pick one. My God. That looks really nice. It flows, but do I want to break it up with something else? Maybe. I like them all. This is why I love to do live crafting with you guys. But I know it is very, very difficult this time of year because we're all so busy. But I love asking chat for feedback, asking you guys, well, what do you think? Oh my gosh, those kids are just too stinking adorable. Seriously. Okay. Yeah, I might have to do that because I love the kids. I love the kiddos. They make me happy. They just remind me of days gone by. So they're a little too light for my taste. I could also come in and fussy cut them a little more, but I think just doing that is sufficient. We do have white on the page, which, does kind of help it blend in, but I think a little bit of distressing is good. Okay, so we've got a game plan, right? We've got a game plan. So now all we have to do is decide on the bunting. So again, don't start overthinking it. Where's that cutoff piece that I had? Was it this one? Yeah. We can start actually. I like that. Yeah, I like this one up to here because I like the blue. And then we can do up to this pink one here. So we'll do that first. Again, you can add dimensional to anything you'd like. But I have a lot of interactive and fun dimension on the inside, so I'm not too concerned about having too much on the front cover. But man, it could be so fun, right? To have a very, very busy one. Now, again, the reason why I wanted to do this was to also show you that we do not need to waste a whole lot, because the next one, say for example, we go this way with it, right? Well, if it shows, great. But if it doesn't show, then all you have to do, right? If all you're going to see is this little one on this side, and then once again, it's going to come out here, well, then you can save that strip in the middle if you want to. We have plenty of it, but just saying, that's an option for you. If I, however, come down here, well, I could just keep it all. Let's see. We can go from there to, how about from there to about here? So let's go ahead. Oh, I lost it. What color was it? I almost feel like we can go to the pink and go outside of the line. Yeah, we'll go from like green to green on this one. And I want to kind of purposely kind of zigzag them. And go a little low. And then where's this little boy gonna go? Something like that is fun. Or down here. Something like that is super cute. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna adhere the little boy first, just so that I can keep him stable and know exactly where I want him. I want to be able to see them merry and bright. So by doing that, I will stabilize him. In the meantime, while that is drying, I'm going to go ahead and pop her down here. And we could use dimensional on that. Let's do it. I'm going to use my strip just because it is a larger piece. I need to balance on this side. So for that, I will use some of my smaller squares. There we go. And then using our hook tool, remove those backings. Okay, we're going to pop her on there. And she's kind of looking up at the merry and bright. And this is going to go right about here. Okay, so I'm going to aim for that pink flower center-ish. Again, this is not a mega issue. It is just fun. No, I'm going to go maybe this way. Change direction for the bunting. And then we have extra little pieces if we want to do anything else. Maybe if we want to come out of here, right? That would be fun. Come out of the believe. So you can add more if you want to. But I think I've got enough. And I could save it for the inside. Okay, let's go ahead and add some dimensional to this. Make sure I am not outside of what I'm aiming for, and then we will add one up there and probably one down here. All right, there we go. Easy enough, right? We'll save that for some other page. But you can do multiple strands. You can go crazy, right? You can do all kinds of fun stuff. You can make them dimensional. And again, since we're doing a quick journal, I'm just going to keep it basic, but don't forget, you can come back with stickles, you can come back with splatters, you can come back with liquid pearls, you can come back with bling, you can come back with uh, embossing powders, embossing glazes, all kinds of fun stuff. Merry and bright. Adorable. Simple, yet so pretty, right? Very adorable. What is that? Oh, that was the other half of the believe. I was going to say, oh no, we forgot. That was the other half. We saved one half. Got it. All right, let me put this off to the side because again, we still have a bucket full of ephemera. And I wanted to show you some of these like kind of pre-cut to do accordions. I think I got another one. So these are always fun to add to your pages, and create a little flip down, and then they can also flip up, right? To have all kinds of little hidden things. You still have all of the other ephemera. Actually, you know what? I could start just putting it all together because it's all going to go together. And I still have tons of journaling cards, just galore. So actually, let's go ahead and take a look on the inside of the album, and then we'll be done. Oh, the journal. I forgot to mention, you can reinforce this, and we were going to do that using your lovely, lovely washi, right? So you could come in, oops, I'm upside down, and adhere your washi there to the spine in order to, you know, add some interest to it if you'd like. If you don't like it stark white, we also have lots of extra paper so that if you want to, add a strip as well, but it is plenty strong as it is. Okay, let's take a quick look through because this is it. We're going to do the walkthrough. And then I want you to stay put for some announcements because we're doing some gift card giveaways and stuff. So make sure you stay tuned. Okay, so let's do a quick flip through. Again, I'm just going to show you how I decorated mine to give you some ideas. We did this all together, right? I just came back and added the little trims. Here I've added a TV as a pocket. I mentioned to you we were going to do a pocket. I was going to do a corner one, but then I was like, you know what, let's do something different. And I really like that teal on the page because it sets off the little teal trims that I've used as well. This is one of those bingos. This is the Merry and Bright. This is just one of the pieces of paper left over with some brown seam binding. On this side, we had added the pocket. We've got the beautiful couple under the mistletoe with the bingo card. Okay, I try to leave a lot of open space again for lists, for journals, for samples, for photos, for whatever it is that we want to add. Here on this side, I've used the houses that were part of that cutout page, and I've again used just scraps. Actually, this was the packaging. So all I did was I folded it in half. This is the packaging. So, behind in the back, it's all the SKUs and all the information, but this was the packaging from the ephemera, I believe. I went ahead and folded it in half, adhered it at an eyelet at the top, and turned it into a bookmark. I told you we can use the packaging. I've added a tab up here, Silent Night. You can pick whichever one's your favorite. Lots of room. We have our little corner uh, bookmark there. Then here on the belly band, I've done a couple of things. The first thing is I have added double of the mini journaling cards. I simply left them attached so that I could create like little mini books, right? And I've added some fun tabs here. Here I've used one of the leftovers also again, put an eyelet up at the top, and then I use some of the origami paper, covered the inside, right? Because this was actually the balloons. You can kind of really, if you try really hard, you can see the balloons. Um, and then I just added some of my leftover little bits of scraps of tea dyed paper, to make a little writing booklet for them, to enjoy. Again, more lists. Here, I loaded up envelopes. I was like, oh, I forgot to decorate this. I was going to come back and just add, you know, some fun stuff up here and down here. So I can always come back and do that later. Like we can add maybe the car down here and then, something like that. So I'll come back and do that, or maybe just leave some spaces for some really nice photos here. But I loaded envelopes and I stuffed them to the gill just to kind of, oops, I just pulled the one from the other side. Just to show you just how much room is in this journal. So I filled them up with tea dyed papers so that they can be pulled out and journaled on. I mean, like full pages, okay, of tea dyed paper. So there's plenty of uh, room for notes, for receipts, for ideas, for things to remember. And I made two big ones, as you can see, okay? I gotta fold that paper. And then the small one that we had done. So you can see just how much room there is there to insert so much more, right? Okay, this one we have a tab up at the top, Be Merry. And this was a very busy page, so I didn't want to do anything else to it. Here we had done the double tuck. All I did was I grabbed one of the leftover pieces and tucked it in there. Of course, we know that this is a double tuck, so where are those journaling cards? Oh, so we can easily grab something else and tuck it back here, right? Look at that. There we go. Oh, that's funny. The knobs are showing. That's pretty funny. And then over here we had the double pockets. I just stuck the little bingo in there, and then, oh look, I didn't even put some trim up at the top. Again, scraps, and then another one of these up here. And then we flip to the next page. Again, very busy page. I let it be. Another busy page, so I kind of let that one be as well. Plus we need some room to add our stuff. We have a tab up at the top, very busy page. I let it be just the way it was. Again, we can always mat photos here if we want. This would make great collages. Maybe like a photo here, one here, one here. Let these two show, and the same thing vice versa. So just little things would look amazing on these pages. Here we have the envelope trio that we had made, and I did come in and grab the journaling cards and trim them down to size. So, you have really cute little journaling cards now in there as well. Again, we had so many, I figured I'm just going to use some journaling cards and put them in there. And then this last page was the one that I said it's very, very busy with all of that ephemera. And I was like, well, it looks good. There's nothing wrong with it, but I wanted to show you guys that you also have options here. So if you wanted to, you could go ahead, and what I did was use some of the leftovers from the other pages, just kind of cut them to size, right? Leaving like a 16th of an inch all the way around. And then I glued them halfway because it's a very long piece. And I was like, well, you know what? I don't know that I would want to be messing with putting in a very, very long journaling card in there. So I did two instead. So there's one at the top, right? Actually, here, let me take them out and I'll show you. And then there's one this way. So I just created little notches. Okay. One will go this way. One goes this way. And then I did the exact same thing for the other side. I went ahead and did one for this side and then one down here. Okay. So, and again, it's just glued here in the center so that it created separate pockets. So these can go in and have 4 different journaling cards. So I thought that was fun. I figure I would show you that as well, just in case. And then the back I have left the way it was. And there we go. We have a fully completed interactive album. I hope you guys have enjoyed this junk journal. It is not junky at all, right? It is just so pretty and full of so many interactive features. Now, let me get to some announcements. The first one is more of a reminder. Please don't forget to leave a comment down below because we are doing gift card giveaways. So once we reach 20 comments, we'll start giving away gift cards, and you just might be the recipient of one of those. So make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you smash that like button. And of course, we would appreciate tremendously a share with your crafty friends and in your groups and social media. Reminder also that all of the products that you've seen here are available in our online store, plus thousands more. So please, we would appreciate your support. Visit spectrumartcreations.com and also our Etsy store by the same name, Spectrum Art Creations. Also, don't forget to join us right here on this channel every week for our live weekly sales. That's right. We come here live with the best products from around the world. You get to see the product live. You get to shop live right on the spot. You get to chat live and make new friends and join in games and giveaways too, all from the comfort of home. You never have to worry about parking or weather or anything else. You shop from home, and within days, your amazing products will be delivered to your front door. It is as simple as that. Now, the other announcement I wanted to make is a reminder to join our Facebook group. If you are not already in the Facebook group, well, you need to get on over there if you're on Facebook, because we have lots of things going on. When you request membership, make sure that you please answer the questions. It is Spectrum Art Creation Friends. In the group, not only do we have all kinds of ideas and posts, but we do challenges and we do even more gift card giveaways there too. So again, check out the Facebook group and become a member today. The other thing, of course, is a reminder that if you're not already subscribed, click on that subscribe button, ring that bell so that you can be notified of whenever we are live, so that you can be in the know. You can join in the tutorials. Like I mentioned to you, we sell kits, we do product alert, we do classes, craft alongs, you name it, it's happening in this group. So make sure that you guys do subscribe. We'd love to have you join us. I'll leave another video here for some more inspiration, and I am going to see you there. All right, follow me. Let's go.